Hello, doctors and friends and families of doctors. Welcome to Easy Medic. Today we'll be discussing on how to prepare ahead for NEET PG counseling. I had appeared in NEET PG 2 years ago and I'm presently doing my post graduation, and I've been having a lot of fellow doctors who asked me last year and who are asking me this year on how to go about with the counseling, how to get the best possible seat with the rank that they have got. So there are multiple factors which decide how your counseling goes, and the most important one being the rank that one has got. So there are two types of ranks. The first rank that the board releases is the All India quota rank, and this rank for the year 2021 has been released, and the other rank is the state rank. The state rank is released after a short notice which is usually issued in the newspaper or in the state medical website. You need to keep track of that, and once you apply there, your application gets through and the rank is released. So there are a few rules regarding state counseling as to who is eligible to apply and who is eligible to go through the counseling, and that depends upon the domicile of the student. So from each state has different rules, but what I had found out during my search was most of the states consider the permanent address of the person wherever it belongs to can be considered as a domicile. However, if the person has done their MBBS from a state other than their own state, then again that can be considered as a domicile. This varies according to different states, so one has to check what is the rule in their own state and the undergraduate state that they have pursued their MBBS from. The second most important factor in the counseling is the branches that you are looking for, whether they are clinical or paraclinical. I would highly suggest that you make a list of the branches that you are willing to take in the order of preference, along with a list that you are absolutely sure that you do not want to take, because you have to remember that once you start filling the choices in the counseling, there is high probability that you will be allotted that particular course in whichever institution that you are giving. So in order to prevent the confusion later on, make a list of courses that you are willing and you are not willing to pursue, both for clinical and paraclinical. Once that has been noted, try finding out the closing rank in your category for that particular subject in the past year. That can be seen through the All India Round 1 list and All India Round 2 list, which is available online. Mop-up is very unpredictable and therefore that cannot be relied on. Let us now discuss about the type of seats available. One can be the All India quota seats, which means the government seats, and the other is the management quota seats, which is also called as the self-finance seats. So first you need to find out if you are going to apply only for All India quota seats or you are willing to go for the management seats. Now, since many videos are available on how to choose government seats, let us go into deep on how to choose management seats. Let us now see the different factors that one has to consider before choosing management seats. These are few of the many. I might miss a few, but this is to my knowledge. The first is branch. Like Dr. Sumer Sethi sir says, I'd always prefer a branch over an institution, because The branch stays with you throughout your life, but the institution is just a part of your life. So always prefer the branch of your choice over a prestigious institution. This is totally my opinion. Your opinion might change. The second important factor is the fee of the college. The details about the college along with the fee is usually available at mcc.nic.in. However, I would also suggest that you go to the website of the institution and check personally as well regarding the fee, as it keeps changing every year. Also inquire about the additional library or hostel fee that you might have to pay. The third important factor is the department. That is, how is the atmosphere of the department? Is there any academics? How is the academics? And how much patient load do your seniors or the departments face? And if it is a surgical branch, one of the most important questions is the hands-on opportunity and also the infrastructure of the department. These are very vital questions that has to be asked before taking an institution. Another important factor that I consider to be very vital is the distance from home. One has to remember that the number of CLs or the casual leaves or the holidays that is provided to a postgraduate is very minimal, and therefore distance from home and accessibility plays a very important role, so that you do not travel a lot during your holidays to reach home. Basically, the accessibility via road or by air. The next important factor is the stipend that the institution provides. This varies from college to college and state to state, and therefore you should also have a close look on the amount of stipend that they are paying every year. Most important factor is the bond, both in government colleges and in the management colleges. Make sure you find out how many years of service is required post PG to get the completion certificate, and whether it is being followed strictly in that particular college or in that particular state. This brings us to the end of this part, and in the next part we will be discussing how to make the preference list for management colleges. Stay tuned and thanks for watching.